XRP holders, things are now heating up regarding the XRP ETF, but on top of that, it feels as though all of the dominoes are falling into place, and we are about to see pretty much Wall Street going all in on XRP, and we're also about to witness some very big moves happening regarding the Ripple case as well. We have a lot to talk about in this video, so sit back, relax. Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So let's dive on in because, things are starting to look a little bit different around this space right now. We do see Bitcoin still chopping. We see Ethereum still chopping. But on the last 24 hours, we could see that XRP is up a little bit. Last 7 days, it's up about almost 9%. If we actually look at the XRP chart, we did run up from $2.43 to $2.60 earlier today. This is what the 7-day looks like. Now, although it looks a little bit good right now on the 7-day, we are still down significantly from the 1 month. We have a little bit of ways to go, but this is some good price action movement because what this does remind me of is that price action from the beginning of the year before we ran all the way to like $3.30. And even if we do look at the candles here, again, you can see that very similar price action where we are starting to have that very bearish candle followed by the bullish candle, starting. And if that is the case, it's very similar to this candle from the end of December into the beginning of January before we did run to $3.40, it was like $3.40 exact. I know on some exchanges it was a little bit different, but regardless, that's what I'm expecting XRP to do again. Now, what's going to be the big catalyst to push XRP higher and actually break over that price action from the beginning of January? Well, it's mainly going to be either the ETF news, the SEC case news, or something much bigger. In my opinion, I think that XRP is going to push over those prices regardless of any catalyst, simply because I do expect the entire market to wake up in a big way as well. But, so far so good when it comes to XRP. Outside of XRP, there is still some green across the board, nothing too crazy here on the last 24-hour span. But on the last 7-day span, we are seeing some nice gains across the board, which is, great to see, especially considering the fact that, it has been a little bit of a rough ride for altcoin holders out there, as you guys are probably already aware. But I am expecting a much bigger year for, crypto in general. We just have to get through this chop and then we will be golden. But outside of this, what was the big news that pushed XRP higher? Well, by now you probably already know, right? The SEC Gov has acknowledged the XRP 19B4 filings for their ETF, and this is great to see. Now, we will get into specifics here in a second, but I do want to note what Brad Garlinghouse did say, which was, I recall pointing out more than once that this was inevitable, despite some vocal assertions to the contrary. So again, as we really look at the ETF idea for XRP, we haven't just heard from, Brad Garlinghouse, for an example. We've heard from Monica Long, we've heard from David Schwartz, we've heard from, I want to say Marcus Invenger as well. I know that there was another employee, but they all have expressed the fact that we will see an XRP ETF. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. In fact, I believe Monica Long or either Brad Garlinghouse said that it was going to be imminent. So, again, now we're starting to see some nice moves here. Let's see what happens next. This is a very good sign. Now, Eleanor also did update us on exactly what this means. So we do see, for everyone asking what this means, the SEC has acknowledged Grayscale's and the NYSE's 19B4 application to convert its XRP trust into an ETF. No, it does not mean automatic approval, and it doesn't even guarantee the SEC will approve it down the line. So why is it notable? Because it means that the SEC is being more open-minded and not flat out refusing to consider these products. Recall exchanges pulled the Solana 19B4 applications in December when the Gensler SEC signaled it would not engage with them. To be sure, there's still a whole process to go through with all of these new crypto ETF filings. You have Litecoin, Dogecoin, Solana, XRP, etc. But this is a good first step, as it means there's at least a chance these products could launch in the future. Next up, the SEC should acknowledge the XRP ETF applications from issuers that filed later than Grayscale, including Bitwise Invest, 21 Shares, Canary Funds, Wisdom Tree. The 240-day window for Grayscale's approval starts when it gets posted to the Federal Register, which should be in a couple of days from now. So, listen, we do have a lot more time before these do get approved, if they get approved, but it could happen at any point, right? We know that this is true. It could happen when we least expect it. The number one thing to focus on here is, what are these ETFs actually doing? Because a lot of people kind of confuse what the ETF actually means. In my opinion, the ETF it's for the normies, okay? It's for people that are not doing their research. It's for people that don't want to utilize crypto exchanges. It's for people that don't want to go through the entire process. And it's also for people that don't trust these crypto exchanges. They want to go through a big player like, for an example, Wisdom Tree, or in the case of like the Bitcoin ETFs, they wanted to go through BlackRock because it's a company that they know of. It's a big player. It's a, company that has, trillions of dollars in assets under management. So they have to be able to trust them, right? So again, these are for the normies. It brings in a lot of value. It brings in a lot of trading volume, and it just brings in a lot more people to crypto. So it's a big move. It definitely is one that I think is extremely bullish for XRP. We'll have to wait and see what happens here. But also, remember what Brad Garlinghouse did say regarding the 19B4 filing that happened on February 6th, which was, the ticking time. It was the alarm clock, essentially. But, he's talking about how it's basically just... listen, this is a ticking time bomb in terms of the ETFs, because we know that they're going to get approved. We know that an XRP ETF is coming. We know that this is going to happen. All we have to do is wait, and we know that it's on its way, which is a very, very good sign. Now, on top of this, right, we are now starting to see a lot of XRP being moved. I mean, even if we go back over here, trading volume is not up significantly at all. 0.51%, $5.41 billion. Nothing too crazy. But Whale Alert did catch 2 alerts regarding XRP on the move. Number one was 300 million XRP worth about $700 and almost $80 million was transferred from Ripple to an unknown wallet. Now, this was not from the escrow account. This is interesting. What was this used for? We have no idea. But this happened, and if we actually go back to Eleanor's post, this got posted at 5:08 p.m. This first announcement, or this first alert, was from 5:25 p.m. I don't like to believe in coincidences. What happened here? We don't know. Could this be something involved with the case, with the SEC case? It definitely could. We don't know what this was for. $700 and almost $80 million. Now, on top of that, 90 million XRP worth about almost $230 million was transferred from an unknown wallet to another unknown wallet. We'll have to watch what happens from here, but these transactions are definitely interesting. I've been keeping a close eye on, any new alerts, but these are the only 2 that we have here. Outside of that, if we scroll back down in the last 24 hours, there has been a lot of crypto on the move. So, these are the only 2 XRP transactions that we could find. We'll have to wait and see if anything else that really kind of catches our eye pops up. But these 2 are definitely interesting in terms of the time frame, aligned with what we are now hearing from the SEC with these XRP filings. But also, what does all of this mean coming from someone that works within this space? Specifically, let's go back over to this one from Bitwise Invest. Well, let's go over here to this post from Tony Edward from Thinking Crypto Podcast. He did have the CIO at Bitwise on his podcast to discuss the recent CBOE 19B4 filings for XRP ETFs and exactly what they mean for multiple filers and the SEC's increased openness to discussions regarding these ETFs. Check it out.
Just last week, we saw the CBOE filed in 19B-4s for Bitwise's XRP ETF in addition to other filers. What does this mean for the XRP ETF?
Yeah, so I can't talk specifically about our filing, but I can talk about what that means generally, which is you may remember that there was sort of a start and stop motion to these ETFs previously. There were applications filed and then the applications withdrawn. I think the fact that you're seeing them refiled across the board for multiple issuers suggests that, the issuer community thinks the SEC is willing to investigate and consider these things. That doesn't guarantee in any way that they will be approved, but being open to the discussion is much better than not being open to the discussion. So I think conversations around XRP, Solana, and multiple other assets are going to heat up. Our view is that the SEC wants to take an accommodative view and help investors access these assets through ETPs. We'll find out over the next 6 months. But by any perspective, the outlook is better than it was 4 weeks ago and dramatically better than it was 4 months ago. And so that's what I would focus on here.
So yeah, I mean, listen, the entire space has changed completely, which is why I personally see these ETFs getting passed through. We know that this new SEC is extremely pro crypto so far. They are acknowledging crypto in a big way. We could see an entire viewpoint change from their perspective, which is very exciting. And on top of that, almost every single, player around the regulatory side, say the CFTC, the SEC, and then we also have this new crypto council. On top of that, we're starting to see a lot of big moves happening from the Trump admin to support crypto. It kind of just feels like a completely different environment right now. And, don't forget some of those articles that were being posted previously regarding Wall Street. For an example, this one from Forbes that did state that Wall Street is ready for Ripple and XRP. Wall Street is pushing for Ripple XRP to win a spot exchange traded fund ETF. And, this was back in the beginning of the month. So we now have a completely pro crypto environment in the US. The regulators are on board as well now. The CFTC just invited Ripple to collaborate with them on a digital assets pilot. So, what really is stopping these ETFs from, being approved? I don't really think that there's anything holding them back. This is why I do think that's inevitable. I think that they will get passed through. I think that this is going to ignite XRP price action in a big way. What are these alerts for XRP for? We have no idea. We'll have to wait and see on that. Is it for the SEC case? That's what a lot of people are speculating right now. I think that it's too early to call. That's why I'm not speculating on this too much, but it's definitely a significant amount of XRP that is on the move. But so far, we are starting to see some great moves being made here. There's a lot of progress being made as well. And it is a process that we have to wait on. It sucks to say, but, it is what it is, right? So we'll have to wait and see what happens here next. But it seems as though we are one step closer to the XRP ETFs, being, traded live and being approved, which is going to be a domino effect because I think that we're up to like 8 or 9 of these ETFs. So this is definitely going to ignite a lot of price action. And this is a very exciting time for XRP holders. Let's just be honest here. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.